is a really dumb idea. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are you? How has your week been? So when I planned out this video idea, I had no idea that the week that I decided to do screen time, decide how much I read, would be the week after I've had probably like the most screen time I've ever had in my entire life. Although I will say, screen time I've noticed has started like double dipping in terms of like how they count the screen time. So like, I'm on TikTok, right? Of course, Jess_the_book_dragon. Go follow me over there. But I've been doing reading sprints. I go live on TikTok and I do reading sprints. And when I do that, obviously my phone is live on TikTok, and then I set it up to where on my iPad I have on a reading ambiance on YouTube, and then do it so where I can also see the timer for the sprint. And Apple has started counting that as 3 separate like screen time amounts. So I will be doing some math, some girl math, where I am going to subtract like the amounts of time where I was like working. It's because like I used my iPad to edit my videos, and that I'm working. Okay, I'm not just like sitting there on TikTok or having YouTube open up in the background. Like I am working. So I'm going to do a little bit of girl math and like subtract some things. My average screen time last week was 10 hours and 59 minutes. Almost 11 hours. Holy moly. That is nuts. Last Sunday, my overall screen time was 12 hours and 16 minutes. But I've already started reading for today. The reason why that number is so high is because I also spend a lot of time working on my laptop, like just for my own stuff, but also I have a part-time job that's entirely remote. And when I do that, I turn on YouTube in the background on my iPad. And so then my screen time is really high. Because even though I'm more so just listening to the video, it's still playing. This week we're going to be replacing all of that time with audiobooks. So I've already started this morning. I'm 20 minutes into my reading for today. I am starting off with the audiobook of To All the Boys I Loved Before, since I've already started that. For my like physical reading today, I'm going to be finishing up some books for my reading vlog that's already posted, that I posted last week. Let's get into it. I could be finishing a lot of books this week. I did the math, and for today I need to read for 5 hours and 45 minutes. I listened to my audiobook getting ready this morning, driving to church, driving back from church, all in the grocery store. So now I'm currently at 2 hours and 8 minutes. So I've still got an hour left to read today, but I took a break to cook and I didn't really feel like listening to an audiobook. So yeah, I'll just do that later. But I'm definitely gonna hit the goal for today. Okay, so I'm about to get in bed, and that's where I'm gonna finish my reading for today. I have a little bit less than an hour. I'm gonna finish doing that in my bed. So this is where I leave you for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, where we're going to be listening to a lot of audiobooks because I have a lot to do, but also a lot to read. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be surprised if I have like 60 hours to read this week. Oh my gosh. I'm not ready. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Good morning. It is Monday. So for today, after doing my math, I need to read 8.5 hours, which should be doable. Because obviously I've got audiobooks, but also I'm aiming to finish the last book for my reading vlog that's going up the week before this one, and that honestly could take me like the entire 8.5 hours. So, but I'm about to get started because I'm about to go on a walk and I'm going to listen to All the Boys I Loved Before. So let's get started. Alright, so I went on my walk, had breakfast and everything, and I am currently an hour and 45 minutes into my 8.5 hours that I have to read today. So I definitely think we're gonna hit the goal for today, so that's good. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that Peter and Laura Jean don't get together at the end of this book? This is why I don't like it when they're making movie adaptations and they changed the story from the books. Well, I'm at 2.5 hours and I just finished listening to All the Boys I Loved Before. And now I guess I'm gonna go see if the next one is available on Libby. I hope it is.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
All right, I have about 40 minutes left to read for today. And it's 9:50, so that means I'm about to get in bed and then read until 10:30. And so I will be finishing my reading for today. I'm currently 2 hours and 15-ish minutes into the audiobook for Out on a Limb, because that's what I ended up picking up after I finished the audiobook for To All the Boys I Loved Before, because the second book, P.S. I Still Love You, was not available right away. I had to put a hold on it. So I picked this one because, one, available right away, and out of the like popular audiobooks, was like one of the only ones that was not a thriller. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's another long day of reading. And today is the second longest day for this challenge, where I have to read for an hour and 15 minutes. No. Where I have to read for 9 hours and 15 minutes today. That is a lot. And I'm already 2 hours in, so 7.5 hours to go. Or 7 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, I have literally been reading and listening to my audiobook on and off all day. I'm currently at like, I don't have any idea. I've definitely enjoyed listening to the audiobooks like while I've been working and like doing everything, but I think it's just a little bit overkill. And previous to this, like I was like under the impression that like audiobooks weren't really for me, but I think with like listening, like doing this video, I've realized that like if I turn the speed up, I think I had just been listening to them too slow. Because obviously when you listen to audiobooks, you can turn the speed up, and so it's like faster. And like when I was in college and everything, and I would go back and like watch lecture videos, I always had to turn the lectures on like 1.75 speed because everyone always talked so slow. In order for me to actually be able to pay attention to the video, like I'd have to turn them quicker, because like when they were just talking on like normal speed, like how they were actually speaking, like my brain wasn't working hard enough and fast enough to pay attention, that I would get distracted. And I think that was why I was under the assumption that audiobooks weren't really for me, because now I'm actually having a really fun time listening to these audiobooks. I'm like getting kind of overwhelmed because I literally started listening to Out on a Limb yesterday and I only have 17 minutes left. And it was like 12-hour audiobook. But yeah, I have a little bit more time left, but I was really just tired of the reading for today. I'm currently watching The Duff, and I'm about to go downstairs and plan out a video that I need to film tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the audiobook, but I will probably just go ahead and finish the audiobook today and then finish up. If that doesn't get me to my goal, then I will just finish up my reading with my book, which I also really want to finish today. Good morning. It is day 3 of replacing screen time with reading. I have 8.5 hours to read today. It's almost 11 and I'm a little bit behind. I'm only at 1 hour and 15 minutes, but I'm about to go get my nails done and I'm going to bring my Kindle and start reading The Reappearance of Rachel Price, and I'm going to read that my entire appointment. So hopefully that'll get me a lot of good reading time in today. Today might be a little bit of a struggle to get all of my reading in. It's almost 5 o'clock and I'm currently at 4.5 hours of reading for today. That's how much I've read so far. We're 4 hours short. I'm about to get on live and do reading sprints for the next like hour and a half-ish. So hopefully then we'll be at 6 hours of reading for the day. This day might be the day where I don't get all of my reading done. It's 9:53. I listened while I was working. I think I'm just gonna be a couple minutes shy, just because I have a hard bedtime of 10:30. It's 9:55 now. I was listening to the audiobook of After I Do. It was putting me in a really bad mood because I am someone who firmly believes that the act of loving someone is a choice. Love is not a feeling. If you base your relationships off of the assumption that love is a feeling, then your relationship will not stand through any trials. When you love someone, you have to wake up every day and choose to love them, even when you don't necessarily like them. And so the fact that as soon as they were like, oh my gosh, I'm not in love with you anymore, their marriage just kind of crumbled. I was like, it was just putting me in a really bad mood. So I stopped listening to that. And also because I got a notification that my hold on P.S. I Still Love You, the second book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, was ready. So I started listening to that instead. And so now I'm like 2 hours into that audiobook. And so I'm enjoying that one a lot better. Now I'm gonna get in bed and continue reading The Reappearance of Rachel Price. Good night. I'll see you for tomorrow, which is, I think, the longest reading day. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's about 11 a.m. I think I'm supposed to read like 9 hours and 45 minutes today. I'm sick and tired of listening to audiobooks. I think if I had more time to just like actually read books rather than having to listen to audiobooks all the time, I think I would be enjoying this more. But I think I just need to watch a good old vlog. I don't think I'm gonna reach my goal today. Good morning. I'm back in my favorite spot. Yesterday, I just simply did not read. I mean, I did read, but I was just so audiobooked out that I was like, I cannot do this. But I also had a lot of editing to do because I hadn't done my rough cut or my intricate edit for my video that went up yesterday. So I had to do those things, and so obviously I can't listen to an audiobook then. I was supposed to read for 9 hours and 45 minutes yesterday. I think I listened to my audiobook. I listened to P.S. I Still Love You for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then later I went live and read The Reappearance of Rachel Price for like an hour. So that was like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then I ended up staying up an hour and a half past my bedtime finishing The Reappearance of Rachel Price. So I think I ended up reading for like 4 hours and 45 minutes, I think. So it's like 5 hours short. Today I only have like 5 hours and 15 minutes, I think. Or maybe 5 hours and 45 minutes. So I think the problem is that like this whole week I've just been listening to audiobooks. I haven't like had the time to like actually like read books for this time, like read actual books. And so going from like listening, like hardly ever listening to audiobooks to like listening to audiobooks non-stop while I'm awake was just a lot. So I have not yet started, and it's like 11. Oh, it's exactly 11. So last night I finished The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I was just so intrigued. I think I was at like 72% when it was like time for me to go to bed at 10:30, which is my bedtime. My heart was racing. I was just too hyper, and I was like, I need to finish this book. And so that was a lot of fun, like being so intrigued in the book that I was like, I have to stay awake to finish this book. I was flabbergasted by this book. Like, really and truly, I was. I gave it 4.5 stars. I didn't get that 5-star feeling, but it was so good. I rarely rate mystery thrillers like 5 stars. Hello. So it's Saturday. I did not complete my reading for yesterday. I think I read about 2 hours. Then I got distracted by watching Miami Night 1 of the Eras Tour. So I didn't finish my reading for yesterday, but I will be finishing it for today because today I only have to read 4 hours and 25 minutes. And I have about maybe 30 minutes left of work to do today. on my video that's going live today, and then the rest of the day will be spent reading. And I'm gonna be doing 2 hours worth of reading sprints today. Let's get going for the last day. Let's finish out strong and actually read all of the hours today. So I did finish my reading for today. I think I ended up reading about like 5-ish hours because I was reading for a while on the couch while we were watching football. And then I came upstairs and did reading sprints for about an hour. And I finished reading. I did something bad, but I finished it. And the third act conflict really confused me. Okay, so spoiler alert, if you want to read this book with no spoilers, I'll put a timestamp over here because I really just need to talk about it. The whole premise of this book is that the female main character, I think her name is Kin, but the whole premise is that she is a journalist and she is writing a cover story for Vogue about Tyler, who is like the newest Hollywood heartthrob. So they got this journalist who's also Myanmar to write the cover story, right? And so she's gonna shadow him for 2 months while he's filming this movie. The third act conflict was him getting upset that she was like taking notes on like the things that she was learning about him. And I'm like, sir, I am not understanding why you're upset. She was gonna write this story and hope that it was gonna land her a full-time position at Vogue, and you're mad that she was gonna write the story. He specifically requested that she be the one to write the story, and then he was mad at her that she was gonna write a story. The story was good up until that point, but then once the third act conflict came in, it started to crumble, and I was like, I'm not sure what's happening here. But this is it for the final day of this challenge. I'm not gonna lie to you and pretend that this was a successful challenge, because it wasn't. I only accomplished the goal 5 out of the 7 days of this challenge. But in those 7 days, I read over 40 hours.
It ended up being 43 hours and 45 minutes.
That's an average of almost 6 hours a day. And I did in fact get a lot of reading done. Over the course of this video, I started and finished 3 physical books, 2 audiobooks, and read most of another audiobook. I read 5 books and started a 6th book. Amazing how many books you can read when you don't spend so much time on your devices. Well, but I definitely will not be listening to audiobooks as much as I was during this video. I got audiobooked out, and I think that was really my downfall. I mean, I generally, during the day, don't have that much time to like sit and read. I, for the most part, spend most of my day between 8 and 5, like actively doing work where in order for me to read, I'd have to listen to audiobooks. And so for so many days, I was just listening to audiobooks nonstop. Whereas on a normal day, I kind of like switch up what I'm doing. If I had been listening to them at like a regular pace, I think I listened to like 30 hours worth of audiobooks. And so I think if I had more time to actually like read a physical book for this challenge, I don't think I would have gotten burnt out so quickly, where like I didn't listen to any of my audiobooks on like Thursday and Friday. I was just like, no, can't do it, I'm done. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for y'all today. Give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed this type of content. Comment down below, I don't know, what your screen time was last week. And subscribe to my channel for more bookish content in the future. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.